What is up, guys? Welcome to Flip Flop Flow, the Florida travel show. I'm your humble host, Adam P. Gill, and today, on this episode of Daytripz, we're going to be doing stuff in and around the Orlando area that is not theme parks. First, we're going to go to one of my hidden gem shopping boutiques, as well as a gorgeous park, a lovely museum, and an automated sushi experience. You don't want to miss this episode, guys. It's going to be a great day trip for under 50 bucks. My home state of Florida is a weird and beautiful place. It seems like everybody has their own version of reality. This is mine. Alright, you guys caught me on a technicality. The first place that we're going to go is not technically in Orlando. It's right outside of Orlando in Winter Park. Narrator Adam here. I just want to let you guys know that the man you see before you is a fraud. I apparently don't know how to read Google Maps. And it still bears explaining why I have a travel show in the first place. But I digress. The first location is in Orlando, in the Audubon Park area. It is a hidden gem kind of little shopping complex called the East End, with some interesting shops in there. So let's go in there and check it out, guys. East End Market is a diverse collection of shopping boutiques and walk-up restaurants all under one roof in Orlando's Audubon Park area. Here, you can find an array of crafts and gifts from local artists and local businesses, making this the perfect place to find your souvenirs. Definitely one boutique worth going to is the Owl's Attic, which is kind of an upcycled and curated collection of vintage goods. Holy moly, who's that handsome guy? But on a serious note, you can find just about everything at the Owl's Attic. They even have a home store across the street, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Among other things in the East End, there's Michelin star sushi restaurants, there's a wine and cheese boutiques that you can go to, there's the Winter Park Biscuit Company, which has vegetarian breakfast options, super interesting and delicious. And now for the reason I brought you here, Gideon's Bakehouse. If you've ever been to Disney Springs, you know what I'm talking about. With spooky theming and scary good cookies, this bakehouse definitely draws a crowd. Seriously, their cookies are amazing, guys, and this is a great way to avoid the line at their other location in Disney Springs. Upstairs was honestly the coolest place I've ever seen to get a drink. It's an artist co-op and bar and restaurant called Neighbors. This is my new favorite place, guys. There's tons of seating, so you can hang out with your friends or your neighbors, a full menu, a full bar, and window seats facing the street below all around the perimeter of the restaurant, so you can people watch while you drink and while you dine. What more could you ask for? And when you get finished relaxing and having a good time, there's a shop featuring crafts from local artists as well as craft beers and wines from local breweries. This is just an example of some of the goodies that you can find in that store. Honestly, I had no trouble finding my souvenir for the day. This alligator Godzilla crossover sticker, love Godzilla. And downstairs, I found this sticker with a bunch of cryptids on it. When you get finished at the East End, across the street, there are 2 more whole shopping centers. But honestly, guys, I only have time for one shop, and we're going to continue our journey at the Owl's Attic. The Owl's Attic Boutique at East End is a continuation of this shop across the street. And when I tell you they have everything vintage, I mean it. Vintage clothing is kind of the in thing right now, so if that's something you're looking for, they definitely got it. And now for the important stuff, y'all. This is why I like to come here. They got a big old fat section full of stuff for nerds. No joke, guys, they got toys unopened from the 90s and early 2000s. It's all reasonably priced. They even got Spawn figurines, which is what I collect. Very nice. And while I was crate digging through all the records, I found this dusty old thing. Wow! Superb. Guys, I am super stoked to be taking you to lunch today. We're going to be going to Kura, Revolving Sushi Restaurant. It's a concept straight out of Japan. The sushi comes around on conveyor belts. There's robot servers. It's going to be awesome. Come on. So when you first walk into Kura Sushi, it starts off like a normal restaurant. You meet a host or a hostess, they seat you, and that's where things get a little bit kinky. Depending on your group size, you may be sat at a bar seat or at a table, but this experience is unique either way. And now we're going to go over the basics of a revolving sushi restaurant. Firstly, the sushi comes around on a conveyor belt and it is fast, so you have to be fast as well. They also have desserts as well as vegetables, so it's not all sushi. Every table will have soy sauce and napkins, as well as this plate chute to put your empty plates and tally up the total cost. There's also gachapon prizes and kind of like a game system, but I didn't get involved in that. As well as a robot waiter to bring you drinks and special drink orders. Down to business. First, I'm gonna go for a seared beef sushi roll. The struggle is real, as you can see. I know what you're saying to yourself.
Adam, why'd you go to the sushi restaurant and not eat raw fish?
First of all, I do what I want. Second of all, this was delicious. It gets the eyebrow flick of approval. Oh yeah. Next, I decide I'm gonna try some inari. I honestly have no idea what it is, but it looks cool. Oh, almost missed it. Honestly, guys, trying to grab sushi was one of the most stressful experiences of my life. And I had to Google what this was, but apparently inari is rice tucked inside tofu. Yeah, I have no idea why I picked this, because it tasted like I licked and then ate an envelope. But I mean, it was alright. It was a pretty good envelope. Like the kind that you buy from Office Max, not the ones that you get for free from the post office. Anyways, moving on. Above your head, there's a touch screen, which is where you can special order sushi if you don't see something that you like. This is also how you pay your bill and order drinks. I decided to order some seared eel, and here it comes now. That was insanely fast. A tiny Amazon package of deliciousness. Honest to goodness, guys, I've never had eel before. This is my first time trying it, and it was absolutely superb. Mind-blowing. Gorgeous and smoky, like your mom's eyeshadow in the 80s. Alright guys, we're gonna grab our last two. It took me 3 tries to figure out that you grab the plate, not the little clam shell. So that's why you don't let people like me out of the basement. The one on the left is a spicy popcorn shrimp roll, and the one on the right is a tiger roll, also very spicy-ish. Honestly, they were both good, pretty standard sushi rolls. A little bit of spice. The tiger roll definitely won out. Last but not least, I ordered another water so you guys could actually see the robot waiter in action. Whenever it came out to deliver a drink, it would play this song, which was cute, but also a little bit freaky.
Hello, your order has arrived. Thank you for waiting.
Thanks, robot. You're making the world a better place. And there he goes, back to his robot home. Guys, this wasn't even supposed to be in the video. Let me show you what I just found at Five Below across the street.
Whoa, super amazing. Yeah, totes.
Isn't that classy? Alright guys, next we're going to Lake Eola Park. But before we do that, we're going to take a short walk down the road and go to the Orange County Regional History Center and visit them really quick. It's a super cool place. I'll show you guys everything. The Orange County Regional History Center has hands down the best dioramas I have ever seen in a museum. And I've been to a lot of museums. When you first walk in, you'll see a stunning display talking about Florida's first indigenous people, the Timucuans, as well as various forms of preserved pottery and shells. Very cool. You can also learn a lot about Florida's natural history because there's fossils on display, as well as a diorama discussing sinkholes and how they're formed. Moving forward in time, you can see various pottery and items from Seminole culture and learn a little bit about their history. Very neat. There's also dioramas about farm culture in Florida. In case you didn't know, before the advent of tourism, Florida's economy was based on citrus and cattle. They even have artifacts from pre-tourism Florida. I have no idea what this is, but I think I saw it in the back of a Spencer's one time. And just to drive home the beauty of these dioramas, I want to show you this one about orange groves. Isn't that amazing? And what you're looking at right now are various signs from the different citrus brands. The pieces in this museum are expertly curated. Also worth mentioning, the Historical Center exists inside the original 1827 courthouse that people still sometimes use today for weddings and other events, which is very cool. There's also a huge section on the next floor down that showcases pieces from Orlando's military training history. Honestly, guys, this is a subject that's very close to my heart. I have a lot of family members that were in the military. And one of my favorite parts of the museum was this collection of pieces from local businesses that are not in business anymore. It was just fascinating to learn kind of the local history, and shout out to people who have been in Orlando for a long time. They had this little section dedicated to Church Street Station, so if you like to party, you know exactly where I'm talking about. This part of the museum was an absolute blast. Alright guys, so now we're back at Lake Eola Park. This park is free to visit. All you have to do is pay for parking, which is kind of like $2-ish. Definitely worth a visit. The park, as you can see, is absolutely gorgeous. Lake Eola Park has been an icon for Orlando for a very long time. If you show up on a clear and sunny day, you can ride the little swan boats for, I think, like $15. I just didn't do it myself. And this park also has the Walt Disney Theater. This was a theater donated to the city of Orlando by Walt Disney World Resort. There was nothing going on today, but you can check local listings to see if there is something going on when you're down there. Honestly, this park is just a great place to walk off a ton of sushi, a great place to hang out, and a great way to end the day. Your face is great, your mom is great, and you know what? You're kind of great too. I have no idea where I'm going with this. Cue the outro. Well, it looks like that's the end of this day trip, guys, and we only spent this much. I hope you guys had fun. I know I sure did, and until I see you next time, peace, love, and palm trees. Bye.